Hi guys, welcome back to PERIDOT TV. Reno Omokri, former aide to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan, has described the travails of former presidential candidate and activist SOWORE as self-inflicted. If you're just joining in, kindly take a moment to tap on that subscription button and also the red notification icon bell below so that you'll be notified whenever new videos are uploaded. The popular critic went down memory lane to narrate what SOWORE did to his reputation with Sahara reporters while he was working as media aide to Goodluck Jonathan. He explained how Goodluck Jonathan also lost the 2015 election as a result of SOWORE collusion with President Muhammadu Buhari. At the end of his trip down memory lane, Reno demanded that SOWORE be released because he has not committed any offense by criticizing the government. Let me quickly go to the tweet and we see what he wrote. In fact, it's about 20 bullets that he actually fired. Here he writes, I'm going to start from 20. What an irony. SOWORE used Sahara reporters to remove then President Goodluck Jonathan from office, but today he can't use the same Sahara reporters to remove himself from jail. Don't dig your enemy's hole too deep so that when you fall in it, you can also escape. I'm not going to go to the comment section now because I'm telling you it will be boiling. A lot of people are going to comment to this because some might not be too happy with what this man is saying. And here he writes, 19. General Muhammadu Buhari used SOWORE and Sahara reporters against Jonathan, and he will never let them be used against him. SOWORE should have known that the first person a feudal king kills is the kingmaker that got him the throne, so it can't remove him from the same throne. Wow. 18. All of you were fooled when General Muhammadu Buhari rubbed metalatum on his handkerchief and used it to induce crocodile tears. Shebi, you are now seeing the genuine Buhari now. Who is crying now, Buhari or you? When we told you, did you listen? Enjoy your Buhari. And this is Buhari here crying for Nigeria. And look at him right there, and he said it was matalatum that he used. Here he went further. 17. General Muhammadu Buhari, General Buhari and El Rufai know what they used SOWORE to achieve in destroying Goodluck Jonathan. They are not fools. These guys are more politically sophisticated than even SOWORE Tinubu know. It is brinksmanship. They won't sit and watch them do the same to Buhari. 16. What General Muhammadu Buhari has done to SOWORE is a common northern tactics. I lived in the north. I know. Abacha used it on Abiola. He used Abiola to destroy Shonekon. After Abiola destroyed Shonekon's government, he was of no use to Abacha, so Abacha threw him in jail. Wow. I mean, what do you guys think about all of these points that Reno Omokri is actually bringing back? Memory lane. 15. It is a different matter if SOWORE and Sahara reporters use the truth to turn Nigerian against then President Goodluck Jonathan. But when they use lies, deliberate and malignant lies, you cannot destroy another man and expect providence to build you up. Work. And yes, someone responding to this 15 tweet. Sir Reno, you said it all cause to some point I was beginning to hate Goodluck Jonathan for no reason. Even when I don't know anything about politics, I cheer Buhari like the man that will make Nigeria great, not knowing I was making a great mistake. I voted this clueless government in 2015 and I feel bad. Now this shows you the power of the press, power of social media, and how it can actually distort the minds of people. That is why I keep clamoring for something. I said activism, revolutionary movement with a way, with a form. In fact, that should even be the most important thing. Reflection. 14. Without SOWORE, General Buhari won't be president. It's an indisputable fact. He and Sahara reporters poisoned the mind of Nigerians against then President Goodluck Jonathan. As Christ said, offenses will come, but woe unto him through whom they come. And here he went further. 13. I look at those shedding tears for SOWORE and I remember when Goodluck Jonathan's son was crying after his classmate laughed at him because they read on Sahara reporter that his father is a drunkard. Even children believed what they read on Sahara reporters. Wow. Yes, someone replied, this reminds me, following this report, a lecturer, a close friend, posted that Goodluck Jonathan collapsed in a restroom at United Nations meeting. I doubted and I told him to provide proof. Then he disowned me. 12. The problem with the average Nigerian is that we cry over consequences and laugh over actions. And I think I agree to this a little bit. That's what I oftentimes push out there, and I'm like, it's like the consequences are what we cry about, and not, we laugh over actions, not realizing that consequences follows actions as day follows night. SOWORE and SOWORE reporters are the action, Buhari is the consequence, and we are the audience. Do you agree to what Reno Omokri is saying here? Let me say a comment here. Someone write, it was shocking how Nigerians bought these terrible lies. I look at Take It Back folks and pity them because they were all Jon Snow. They know nothing. That man would have been worse president if he had won. SOWORE freed or not, he is reaping what he sowed. And someone write, we are watching. 11. SOWORE marketed Goodluck Jonathan as corrupt and weak. Goodluck Jonathan would never make a man indicted by the army for theft, as reported by Premium Times Nigeria. A minister, Goodluck Jonathan, deported South Africans in retaliation when South African deported Nigeria. It is Buhari who is weak and corrupt. Let's see what people are saying here, because it's very hot. Yeah, someone say, tell them, make them hear. I'm now hearing that the Nigerian security operatives are now monitoring the messages every individual is typing on social media, most especially to the people who are critics to the administration. Please death them, I don't care. Another person writes, God bless you, sir. So people are actually accepting, agreeing to this. Today we shall all market SOWORE as a copist, as the DSS is charging him for treason and cyber stalking Buhari. I brought you that story. 10. On 4 occasions, SOWORE visited Nigeria while Goodluck Jonathan was president. We knew his whereabouts. He met then CBN Governor Lamido Sanusi and was in contact with Buhari and El Rufai. But Goodluck Jonathan never arrested him because he believed in press freedom. Now, if you're out there and you can also confirm this, Reno Omokri is actually a top guy in Goodluck Jonathan's government in those days, and he's saying that he contacted Buhari and El Rufai. I don't know how true this is, although back in those days people were kind of tired of Goodluck Jonathan. They wanted a new change, and they fell for this change. Now, it might be that Buhari is doing some underground jobs, or he just is not doing nothing. And it could be that the elites that are not happy, and the opposition party, members of the opposition that are not having, that don't have their hands in the pie presently, the ones that hid money in houses that the whistleblower exposed, are the ones that are crying out right now. That's why I said, let us open our eyes, let us be woke. Don't just be swayed by what someone is saying. Don't be swayed by this oratory or by what someone. Let us look deep into ourselves and like, wait, am I a sheep? Why do I have to be led every time? Why can't I wake up and tell myself the truth? It is very easy if you watch some shows and you can be able to like differentiate this from the other. If you don't put on your panties on your head or wear your shoes in your hands, why then can't you look and reason properly? You know what is right, you know what is wrong. Let us meet at the comment section. What do you think about what Reno Omokri is writing here? 9. The president, Goodluck Jonathan, is meek. Meekness is not weakness. Meekness means you have power, but you restrain yourself from abusing it because you want to build, not to destroy. Moses was meek. Nigerians don't deserve a meek leader. We deserve a General Muhammadu Buhari. If you agree, say yes. If you do not, let us meet at the comment section below. 8. It is possible that people around Goodluck Jonathan made money, just as people around General Muhammadu Buhari are making money. But Jonathan was not a thief, drunkard, or weakling. SOWORE painted him to be. He is God-fearing. To fear God is weakness to men like SOWORE. And someone replied, precisely, meekness is oftentimes misconstrued to be weakness. 7. SOWORE is not the victim here. The victim who refused to be a victim is former President Goodluck Jonathan, who SOWORE accused of thievery. Yet, all his children schooled in Nigeria while he was president. 5 years after leaving office, no one has found Goodluck Jonathan wanting. And someone replied, only corrupt-minded soul will still be embittered about the ouster of Goodluck Jonathan, despite the glaring evidence of evil that happened under his administration. Neither Buhari nor former President Jonathan deserve to lead this country. One day we shall get it right. This is hope. And alright, I totally agree with you on this. The way he's painting the administration of Jonathan is as if all was well with Nigeria. There are a lot of anomaly during that administration. Likewise, the president. The best we can do is to be hopeful. What is your take about this? Because I don't think Nigeria has ever been good anyway. That's my own take about this. Nigeria has never been good. 6. Today, General Buhari is trying Sowore, his former partner in propaganda, for insulting him. If insulting the president is crime, both Buhari and Sowore are guilty due to what they did to ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, but it is not a crime. Sowore should be freed. 5. In 2014, when Goodluck Jonathan said, "I am the most insulted president in the world, but when I leave office, you will remember me for the total freedom you enjoyed," he was referring to Sowore and SOWORE reporters. Nigeria mistook his tolerance for weakness. Wow. Someone said he was not only referring to Sowore, he's also referring to men like Atiku and Dino and Kwankwaso. Now, none of them can deny not living in regrets over their decision and action towards Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Using SOWORE reporters, Sowore dishonestly demarketed then president Goodluck Jonathan as a drunkard, a slowpoke, clueless, and marketed Buhari as an incorruptible, a man who would crush Jonathan and was better than Jonathan and good for Nigeria. And someone said today, what goes around, they say comes around. Atiku preferred Buhari to Jonathan. Today is paying for it. At least Atiku has openly apologized. Let's forgive him. Another one said you didn't have to announce it. Your followership adds nothing to him, his pockets, and his family. Stay blessed. Because someone said he's going to unfollow. At times when people hear the truth, they kind of like, well, the truth can be a little bit subjective. It depends on where you are looking at it from. 3. What is happening between Sowore and General Buhari is just a bromance. A bromance gone wrong, gone sour. Sowore is not some innocent activist that General Buhari is persecuting. He was an ally of Buhari who sold him to Nigeria. We must not rewrite history or we'll repeat it. And someone said, I think Sowore is a true patriot who calls out bad leaders when he sees one. He believed in Buhari just as many Nigerians did at the time, given that Nigeria was not getting any better under Jonathan, but did not also hesitate to denounce him when he realized he had people fooled. And that is the truth anyway. I think this lady hit the nail. That's just what it is. It was actually calling out. But then when we are calling out people, we have to be careful because he has not done much background check. I think Buhari was able to go on the ground, lie low. One time they said he has a hut that he inherited, one of his auntie's hut in where he's from in Daura, and also one house. But at the end of the day, he has houses in Abuja. He has houses in Abuja, Port Harcourt, and like that. So these are the news and stories that we heard. He did not even support Buhari. Sowore only criticized Jonathan radically like he did with Yaradua, Obasanjo, Absalam, Abacha, and Babangida, and like he is still doing today in Buhari's government. What's your take about it? Let us know in the comment section. I sympathize with Sowore, but I can't help but feel that his travels are self-inflicted. I know his nature. He will come out of jail, read this, and use SOWORE reporter to salvage my reputation. But even at that, he created Buhari Frankenstein monster. And someone said, I see, it's now a crime to stand up against bad governance. And also, and you think Sowore had the power to bring anyone into power? We never had a good president. If we didn't have Buhari, we would be salivating for him. We would not have known how much Goodluck Jonathan had done. Now we know better. We need a better Nigeria. That is all that matters. So what's your take about this? Is that not true? We need a better Nigeria. Buhari was able to recover some money, and I think this money is also going through the back door. Some are being used in government. And the last one here, if you say Omoyele Sowore is a liar, I will agree. He tells deliberate lies to destroy the reputation of those he is against. Using the SOWORE reporter website, he did it to me personally and my boss, but neither Goodluck Jonathan nor I have ever contemplated his arrest. And here is, a picture, I think, from Times interview. Jonathan is worst Nigerian leader ever. Sowore publisher SOWORE reporters. Well, perhaps he was still PMB came and broke the record, the statement, blah blah. Okay, let's leave that. So what's your take about this? Let us know in the comment section below. And while you're there, may I remind you, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red notification icon bell below so that you will be notified whenever new videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.